This so much to them for welcoming our matrics to this really special occasion, our matric prize giving and valedictory of 2023. A warm welcome to you all. Great to have you. Great to have so many parents here. Lovely turnout. Really appreciate that. Just firstly, in terms of welcoming the parents, this is obviously a big day for you as well, and you must be incredibly proud. It's no small feat to see your sons, your daughters, all the way through their schooling career. So well done to you in itself. Big thank you to the teachers, of course, who have set the foundations, who've been guiding our students throughout their time at school, and warm welcome to all of our teachers as well. But of course, the people we celebrate today are grade 12s, and they certainly are looking very good all together. So let's give once more a big round of welcome to our good class 2022. Just a few special guests I'd like to mention. Representing the parents this morning is Mrs. Aisha Limbada. Really great to have her with us today, speaking on behalf of the parents, and I'll be introducing you to her to you shortly. And then also Mrs. Jill Howard in the front here, who has been with the school in all 26 years of its existence. Right from the beginning, she was here, and she is going to be retiring at the end of this year. So we really want to honor her today. So many of our current matrics have gone through her class, and many others over the years. She's always set those really strong foundations, and I don't think we realize how crucial those are in the formation of our students' character and well-being and educational values at the end of the day. So a really warm welcome to Mrs. Howard today. Lovely to have you, and you're certainly going to be hugely missed in the future. I also want to mention there are some other college teachers retiring at the end of the year, and they also have long and rich educational careers and are hugely going to be missed as well. And those teachers retiring who we'd like to honor today, Mrs. Friend at the end of the year, Mrs. Skierpers, Mrs. Gibber, and Mrs. Turon. We really appreciate all that you've offered in the profession over the years at different schools, and your time especially here. A long, rich educational career, and we really appreciate them. I wonder if we can give a big round of applause to them as well. Well, it has become a tradition to track the development of this matric class, how they came together as a group, and so we're going to have a look at that. And this story goes all the way back to 2008, 2009, so about 15 years ago, when the first of the matric students currently trickled into the school in those early years. And there, in fact, are 13 of them who have been right through the school from the pre-primary or grade 1, 13 of them who effectively don't know any other school. So their blood, as we say, is really blue through and through, and they are true Merrifielders, and we want to pay special tribute to those 13 who have spent their entire schooling careers at Merrifield. So we'll start in 2008 and 2009 in the 000 class, and there you can see these tiny little figures, and we had Tanner Whiteley there, Daniel van Rensburg, and Akira Govender as the first arrivals in Mrs. Lawson's class, going back to 2008 and 2009. That was the first arrivals, and thereafter in grade 00 2010, in Mrs. Sanfilippo's class, we had Melissa Bellani join us, Lucia Beltrame, Tyson Ott, and Amani Sohaba. Can you believe all that time they've been at the school? Really cute little guys here. All right, and in the other 00 class, Mrs. Hobson's class, was Rico Moolman at that time. Going on to the grade R classes, Mrs. Bally's group, and it was Hannah Richardson that arrived there. Not sure if I skipped one. And then Mrs. Williams-Jones's class, grade R 2011, we had Sarah van der Walt and Alyssa Miles arrive at that stage. And then grade 1, this is of course, Mrs. Howard's class, who we are honouring as our main guest today. There we see Jodie Nell joining the school, grade 1, and also Ethan Epstein K in grade 1. So those are the 13 that have gone right throughout the school, and I think we can give them a big round of applause. Well done. And your children. And then we had a couple of other arrivals in the prep. Andrew Petzer would arrive in grade 3. And I just wanted to share this little one, looking at Amani's little piece of creative writing here. My fish's name is Maxi. He is grey and intelligent. He can jump out of water. He is very well trained and lives in the sunlight and twilight zone. Maxi is the most cleverest fish in the ocean and the best pet in the world. You can see that creative flair coming through very early when it comes to Amani. Don't you love that phrase, the most cleverest fish? I really love that. All right, into grade 4, and we have Gia Barucci and Bukle Daniel joining the school. That was Mrs. Tennant's class. On to the other class, Mrs. Lowe's, and we had Jenna Wheatley, Anna Ford, and Jada Friss joining at that time. Just some beautiful artwork from that time. Already you can see Lucia really interested in everything aquatic at that stage, as she would show over time. Grade 5, 2016, and Andrew Barnard and Michaela Jabert joined the class. This is Mr. Johnson's class. And the other grade 5 class, Gemma Kick and Cora Rangers joined Miss Phillips' class. Just some memories from that time, all that time ago. And then on to grade 6, 2017, Aviwe Jalizweni, Mohammed Lambada, Emihle Rai, Amele Majiza, and Melissa Boy joining at that stage. Mrs. Wardle's class, and then Nathan Sparg in the other grade 6 class. Grade 7, and that's Ezra Jung joining us at that stage. And you might remember some of these pictures from grade 7. Remember the grade 7 camp. And then on to the college. Well, in 2019, we moved to 3 classes in the college, so this meant a major influx of students. In fact, 21 new grade 8s coming in at this stage. That would be part of the final grade 12 class. So the 3 classes, Mrs. Mozarewa's class, we had Bryce Bure, Matthew Milan, Tidi Nawu, Mishan Eva, and Ryan Krummick joining. The second class, Mrs. Newman's, Ethan Gittings, Austin Burmester, Matt Wilson, Nathan Walker, Noah Siganek, Ian Strauss, and David Hall, all joining at that stage. David looking particularly well decked out here, I must confess. And on to Mrs. van Rensburg's class, and we had Musanda Mdlankomo, Sam Maton, Ayanda Mattia, Ayanda Niela, Laura Noble, Trent Pillay, Muskin Sani, Yash Valab, and Craig Wilson joining at that stage. So 21 additions, really bringing a lot of colour and character to the school, that grade 8 group. You might remember that, entrepreneurs going back to grade 8. And then we got to the COVID times. And of course this was COVID. So I think if there's one person who would look back at that period and want it back was probably Ant. He was able to hide that beard for many months behind quite an excessive covering and mask. So that's why they look like that. This was the COVID times, and Anthony van Harmelen and Jack Heyman joined at that stage. And of course that was the national lockdown period going into 2021 as well. A number of people joining at grade 10 level, Luca Bam, Chloe Bus, Abigail Connick, Undi Kachla, Lolita Madikizela, and Hannah van Kitts in the grade 10 year of 2021. I think some pictures from that crazy time when we were wearing masks, having to sit in separate groups, etc. And then the final group to arrive, grade 11, that was just last year, the beginning of last year, we had Emma Connellan, Kelsey Frichet, Melissa Fenter, and Melissa Chagulanye joining us at that stage. And just some final memories. I think this goes back to the grade 11 Hopperton camp. And there they are, the matric class of 2023, 63 of them altogether, the full complement. And well, let's give the parents and the matrics once more a big round of applause. Well done. Certainly a great group of people, and we're going to miss them a great deal at the end of the year. Seriously. All right, we're going to open with some entertainment, and the first item is a song called I Have a Voice. We have two of our matrics singing, Amani Sohaba and Jada Friss, and supported also by grade 11 student Peyton Late. So if they could come forward with an opening entertainment item. Thank you.
I
Just a beautiful lyrical number. Thank you so much to Peyton, Amani, and Jada. Really beautiful. Thank you. All right, we're going to come now to the prize-giving segment of this assembly, and we're going to start with the cultural awards. Those will be read out by our cultural coordinator, Mr. Williams, and then we'll move to the sports awards for Matrix. Our sports coordinator, Mr. Buckley, will read those out, and then on to the academic awards to be read out by Mrs. Fielding, our academic head. So over to Mr. Williams at the outset. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I just want to say to the three singers, Jada, Amani, and Peyton, well done for making it through that. The practices were not as successful as that, because there were many, many tears. It is indeed an honor for me to read out the names of the Grade 12 Culture Award recipients today. And just to let you know, we have acknowledged the achievements of other Grade 12 students at school assemblies earlier in the year. We're going to start off with Ian Strauss. He has been a committed member of the jazz band, where he played the drums, and he achieved a distinction for his Trinity College of London drum kit exam. And today he receives for music full colours. Next up we have Lilita Madikizela. She has been a committed dramatist, writing and directing an inter-house play this year. In Matilda the musical in term 3, she played a nurse, a cook, and a big kid. She also received a distinction for her Trinity College of London speech and drama solo exam, and today for dramatic arts, full colours. The next recipient is a cool girl, a free thinker, a true artist at heart. She's most deserving of her award today, as she has poured herself into developing her fine art skills since moving to Merrifield in grade 10. For visual arts, a Colours Re-Award to Hannah Van Ketz. One cannot think of visual arts at Merrifield without the name Jenna Wheatley coming to mind. So you can make your way forward so long, Jenna. A true artist with paint and chalk and ink and charcoal flowing through her veins. With too many achievements to mention, all I will say is this: to a most deserving student, Jenna Wheatley, honours for visual arts. Another deserving student who is relentless in her pursuit for excellence in visual arts is Jodie Nell. She is a hardworking, highly creative student who has blossomed this year, thinking out the box and pushing boundaries through her thought-provoking presentations. Honours for visual arts is awarded to Jodie Nell. And our last award for culture today, Ayanda Mtia. They say watch the quiet ones. Ayanda, you can make your way forward. Watch the quiet ones. And Ayanda is quiet, and she is certainly a student worth taking note of. She is a highly creative, hard-working artist who has developed her skills beautifully over the years. And this year has been the culmination of all that she has learnt in the art class, and she's put those skills to good use, as have the others, in preparation for their final grade 12 practical examination. Ladies and gentlemen, Ayanda Mantia, Honours for Visual Arts. We now continue with the awards, and I hand over to Mr. Buckley, who is Head of Sport.
Morning, everyone. Just before we start, please take note that we have acknowledged the achievements of other grade 12 students during our usual assemblies. Anthony van Harmelen. Anthony was selected into the Board Under 19A soccer team, as well as the Board Under 18A water polo team. He receives a full colours award for both soccer and water polo. David Hall. David was selected into the Board Under 18A water polo team. David receives a full colours award for water polo. Trent Pillay. Trent was selected into the Board Under 18A hockey team. He receives a full colours award for hockey. Bryce Beret. Bryce finished 6th at the National Swimming Championships in the open category for both 50 metres and 100 metres freestyle. Bryce is also ranked 1st in his age group for 50 metre freestyle. He receives a full honours award for swimming. And lastly, Nathan Sparg. Nathan has been selected into the SA Under-20 chess team. He receives a full honours award for chess. Okay, I now hand over to Mrs. Bridget Fielding, who is our Head of Academics.
Thank you. Got to get this right. I've got a lot of awards to get to read out this morning. Thanks, Mark. Perfect. Right, a really warm welcome to parents, to the rest of the school, and most especially to our grade 12s. This is the most incredible class, a number of really, really high academic achievers, and I'm just really proud to be able to be part of this Academic Awards Assembly where we're going to honour our students for their incredible achievements. Before I start, I just want to give you a bit of background as to what some of our awards are. So the awards are basically awarded after the prelim exam results. That's formed the core of these results, and then we include what we call the SBA, the school-based assessment, which forms 25% of their award. But it really is a very good indication of how our students are going to achieve in their final exams. So a number of the awards are self-explanatory. So there's an award for the student who is the top achiever in each subject, and then awards are also made for students who are first, second, or third in the grade. In grade 12, we also recognize students who achieve over 90% for a subject. This started off when to achieve over 90% for a subject was really incredibly unusual, and generally that meant that student was the top achiever. Our students are just getting better and better, and now we have a number of students receiving over 90% for a subject, and they're still not the top achiever. So at grade 12 level, we are really recognizing that as a memorable achievement. In fact, so this year we have 43 students in grade 12 achieving over 90% for a subject. And then we also have a new award which we've had for the last couple of years. And again, this has been really unusual, but it's starting to become more common. And students who receive an overall average, that's all your subjects together, of over 90%. And this year we have 3 students, and we will be recognizing that and awarding each of them with a book prize. The awards that may not be clear without some explanation are the Step Up Awards and the Certificates of Academic Excellence and Academic Merit. So Step Up Awards are awards that we give when a student has improved their overall average by 5% from one exam period to the next. That really takes some commitment, and we recognize that at whatever level the student has managed to step up from a previous exam. Then Certificates of Academic Merit are given to students who achieve an average of between 70 and 79% for the prelim exams. Certificates of Excellence are given to pupils who achieve an overall average of 80% and over for the prelim exams. Then we also do like to recognize our students who've done particularly well in individual subjects. So some students may not have achieved the over 70% average to get either an academic merit or an academic excellence, but they've achieved really well in areas that are their passion. So any student who has achieved over 80% for a subject and they haven't received one of the other awards, we do recognize them with a certificate of achievement. And then our academic half colours, colours and honours, we normally award these at the during awards assemblies during the year. There are a number of our students who have just made that the criteria in their prelim exams, where they've got their second 80% to allow them to have honours, or their second 75% for colours, etc. And so we are going to award those today as well. And then we're also going to recognise those students who receive colours and half colours, just with a mention. They've already got their certificates, but they may have been awarded them during the June Awards Assembly. Right, so with that said, we're going to just move on to the awards. Grade 12, the way I'd like to do it, I've broken up into groups of approximately 10. I'm going to quickly run through your names. If you hear your name, you're just going to move to the side, and then I'm going to call you up one by one. You'll come up. Dr. Hartley will shake your hand. I could just ask the audience to not applaud until we've got the group of them up there. So just wait up here, and we'll applaud your group. Then you'll go back down the stairs and make your way back to your seats. Okay, right. So the first lot, Ian, Melissa, Ayanda, Hannah, Tana, Gemma, Emma, Jada, and Bryce. If you could just move to the side. I'm going to start calling you up one by one. So it's that side there. Right, so starting with Ian Strauss, Achievement in Afrikaans. Melissa Chagalani, Achievement in Life Orientation and in Business Studies. We've got more than one Melissa. Sorry. Ayanda Leah, Achievement in Mathematics. Hannah Richardson, Achievement in Mathematical Literacy. Tana Whiteley, Achievement in Life Orientation. Gemma Keek, Achievement in Mathematical Literacy. Emma Collinan, Achievement in Mathematical Literacy. Jada Fries is our top achiever in dramatic arts. She receives an Academic Half Colours Re-Award and Academic Merit. And Bryce Buret, Academic Half Colours Re-Award and Academic Merit. Right, let's give a round of applause. Right, if the next group can make their way to the side, Muskan, Melissa Boy, Trent, Lilita, Hannah, Melissa Fenter, Luca, Kelsey, and Undi. Right, starting with Muskan Sani, Subject Excellence in Life Orientation, Academics Half Colours Re-Award, and Academic Merit. Lisa Boy, Academic Half Colours Re-Award and Academic Merit. Trent Pile, Academic Half Colours Re-Award and Academic Merit. Lalita Madikizela, Academic Half Colours and Academic Merit. Hannah van Ketz, Academic Half Colours Re-Award and Academic Merit. Melissa Fenter, Step Up Award, which is no mean feat when you write your prelim exams. She's Academic Half Colours and Academic Merit. Luca Bam, Academic Merit and Academic Colours. Kelsey Frachet, Academic Half Colours and Academic Merit. Undi Kachla, Academic Half Colours and Academic Merit. Right, and a big round of applause for this group. Right, the next group just to move to the side, David, Gia, Emichle, Ryan Kramek, Yash, Jenna, Amile, Ayanda, Alyssa, and Mohammed. Right, starting with David Hall, an Academic Colours Re-Award and Academic Merit. Gia Ferrucci, Subject Excellence in Visual Arts, Academic Colours and Academic Merit. Emichle Gai, Subject Excellence in isiXhosa, Top Achiever in History, Academic Colours and Academic Merit. Ryan Kramek, Academic Honours Re-Award and Academic Merit. Yash Valab, Academic Colours Re-Award and Academic Merit. Jenna Wheatley is our top achiever in visual arts, Academic Colours and Academic Merit. Amelia Majiza, top achiever in isiXhosa, Academic Colours Re-Award and Academic Merit. Ayanda Matia, Subject Excellence in Visual Arts, Academic Colours Re-Award and Academic Merit. Alyssa Miles, Subject Excellence in Life Orientation, Subject Excellence in Afrikaans, Academic Colours Re-Award and Academic Merit. Mohammed Saad Lambada, Subject Excellence in Life Orientation, Subject Excellence in Mathematics, Academic Colours Re-Award and Academic Merit. Right, a big round of applause. Right, Daniel, Sam, Aviwe, Abigail, Michaela, Chloe, Ethan, Ezra, Sarah, and Anna. If you can just move to the side. Right, starting with Daniel van Rensburg. Where is he? There, just make your way forward. So Daniel van Rensburg, Academic Honours Re-Award and Academic Excellence. Sam Mouton, Academic Honours Re-Award and Academic Merit. Aviwe Jadasweni, Academic Colours and Academic Merit. Abigail Connick, Academic Colours Re-Award and Academic Excellence. Right, the next three students that I'm calling up, I'm going to, in fact, can you, the three of you come up together. Michaela Joubert, Chloe Buss, and Ethan Epstein-Kay. Just stand here, and right. These three students have achieved their Honours Award for the first time. They have stepped up their academic efforts and they've got their, and both exam sessions this year have reached their over 80. And so we really are very proud to award them their academic honours. So well done all three of you. But just before we go on, in addition to getting academic honours, Michaela Joubert is the top achiever in Afrikaans and also achieves academic excellence. Chloe also achieves academic excellence. And Ethan Epstein-K is a top achiever in business studies, also achieving academic excellence. So well done to you three. Ezra Jung, subject excellence in life orientation. He's a top achiever in computer applications technology, gets academic honours re-award and academic excellence. Sarah van der Walt, academic honours re-award and academic excellence. Anna Ford, subject excellence in mathematics. She's a top achiever in English, an academic honours re-award and academic excellence. Right, big round of applause for this group. Right, the next group, Bukhle, Masanda, Tyson, Jody, Andrew Barnard, Lucia, Andrew Petzer, Mishan, Turi, and Akira. If you can just move to the side. Bukhle, you first up. Over there. Right, Bukhle Daniel, subject excellence in life orientation, subject excellence in isiXhosa, academic honours re-award and academic excellence. Masande Mdlankomo, academic honours re-award and academic excellence. Tyson Ott, academic honours re-award and academic excellence. Jodie Nell, subject excellence in visual arts. She's a top achiever in mathematical literacy. She gets academic honours re-award and academic excellence. Andrew Barnard, subject excellence in mathematics, an academic honours re-award and academic excellence. Lucia Beltrame, subject excellence in life orientation. She's the top achiever in geography. There's an academic honours re-award and academic excellence. Andrew Petzer, subject excellence in life orientation, subject excellence in mathematics. He's the top achiever in business studies, academic honours re-award and academic excellence. Mishan Eva, subject excellence in life orientation, subject excellence in Afrikaans, academic honours re-award and academic excellence. Terry Nhawu, subject excellence in life orientation, subject excellence in mathematics, academic honours re-award and academic excellence. Akira Govender, subject excellence in Afrikaans, subject excellence in life orientation, excellence also in mathematics. She's a top achiever in English, academic honours re-award and academic excellence. So a huge round of applause for this. Right, Matthew, Nathan, and Noah, if you can just please move to the side. Right, our final three students are our top students this year. They've all received averages of over 90%. And yeah, I'm just going to go through them one at a time, and we can applaud each one of them individually. So, starting with Matthew Milan. Subject excellence in the following subjects. So there's a whole list of them. Subject excellence, that means over 90% for accounting, Afrikaans, information technology, life orientation, mathematics, and physical sciences. Academic Honours Re-Award, book prize for an academic average over 90%, and he's third in grade 12 with an average of 91%. Right, Nathan Sparg, your turn. Right, the first award that we're handing out is his certificate for coming in the top 100 in South Africa for the South African Maths Olympiad. That is a top 100 in mathematics across the country, a really remarkable achievement. He has achieved subject excellence in Afrikaans, in information technology, and in physical sciences. He's the top achiever in accounting, top achiever in mathematics, which is hardly surprising. Academic Honours Re-Award, he's got an academic average of over 90%, in fact it's 92%, and it's academic excellence and second in grade 12. Right, and then Noah Siganik. Right, Noah achieved subject excellence in Afrikaans and in mathematics. Those are the only two of his subjects that he wasn't the top achiever in, but he still got over 90% for them, okay? So he's the top achiever in English, information technology, life orientation, life sciences, and physical sciences. Academic Honours Re-Award, it's a book prize for an academic average of over 90%. And he's first in grade 12 with an average of 95%.
Right, well, congratulations. I don't think we've ever had so many academic awards. So an incredibly strong group this, and really looking forward to some superb results at the end of the year in those IB external exams. Yeah, really a really strong group altogether. So well done to each and every one of you. And yeah, we're really wishing you all the very, very best in those finals. All right, we come now to the special awards, and we're going to start with the President's Award. The Gold Award is the highest accolade and is recognized on our honors board. I think it's just over there. The program is endorsed by President Cyril Ramaphosa. One must complete 72 hours of service, also the equivalent of 80 kilometers in a hike, and then also be involved in a residency in a disadvantaged community. We have made this award earlier, and so we won't have the certificate here, but we do want to recognize Andrew Barnard. Well done. If you can come forward. Well done, Andrew. All right, and then we also have just received information that Undi Kakle has received a silver award. Well done to Undi. If you can come forward as well. And that certificate is on the way. Well done, Indy. All right, you definitely got the photo shot, all sorted. Great stuff. All right, the special awards, the Kate Arthur Trophy for Achievement in Art. It is for consistent achievement in and commitment to visual arts in grade 12. And this is awarded to an exceptional art student, a true artist who sets her sights extremely high. Well done to Jenna Wheatley. Congratulations. Then the Gower Trophy for outstanding contribution to music at Merrifield, for outstanding contribution and commitment to music at the school. This person has been a leading member of the marimba band, a prolific vocalist, always willing to perform at events, and a leading music organizer, serving by example. Well done to Amani Sohaba. Right, then the Tony and Ursula Law Science Shield. This is awarded to the learner who, in a practical way, best displays an aptitude and curiosity for science. And this is awarded to 2 students of their own initiative. Last year, they signed up for further studies, physical sciences, with the IEB. So that was in grade 11. This is a grade 13 course, or the equivalent of an A-level standard. They were largely self-taught online. They both passed well and really showed their great interest in science. Well done to Matthew Milan and Andrew Barnard. There we go, the Tony and Ursula Law Science Shield. Then the Lazola Nyamakazi Trophy for the Best Drama Student for consistent achievement in and commitment to drama at Merrifield. She has excelled in school productions, localized efforts, Trinity College and international competitions, and who will ever forget her brilliant portrayal of Mrs. Trunchbull in Matilda? Jada Chris. Maggots. Right, then the Nikita Robb Trophy for the College Senior Sportswomen of the Year. And students in grades 10 to 12 are eligible for this. So this is for achievement in sport, 1, at a high level, but then 2, it's across a range of school sports. This year it is shared. These students were involved in a number of sports with a lot of enthusiasm, commitment, and at a high level. Well done to Abigail Connock and Shaylin Hartley. Well done. Right, then the Pollock Trophy for the College Senior Sportsman of the Year. Again, students in grades 10 to 12 are eligible for this, for achievement in sport at a high level across a range of school sports. This person has made provincial A teams for both soccer and water polo, and wasn't far off in the provincial team as a superb hockey goalkeeper. Anthony van Hamelen. Right, then we have Headmasters Awards. These are for either service or leadership or commitment to Merrifield, or perhaps even a combination of the 3. And we're going to be recognizing 4 individuals who have contributed greatly to school through a range of initiatives this year and shown real maturity in the process. And those 4, well done to Bukhle Daniel, Mashan Eva, Michaela Yubert, and Amani Sohaba. Well done. Congratulations. Right, then the Eric and Mary Merrifield Centenary Trophy. This is for good citizenship, awarded to a student or group of students who have demonstrated that they have made a significant contribution to the school and the community by virtue of selfless, active citizenship and service. This person is a very dedicated tutor in our Sakikamva Learning Support Program. She was also an outreach member, has served in the tuck shop, first aid, a sandwich maker for Sakikamva student lunches. The list really does go on. She really is selfless, and many congratulations to Muskan Sani. Right, then the Cecilia Smalovitz Trophy for Steadfastness and Determination. This is for determined and steadfast application to studies and striving to succeed through challenging circumstances. This is someone who is always so incredibly positive, so endearing, has been so diligent and done incredibly well academically in some difficult circumstances. We want to congratulate Masande Mdlankomo. Right, then there's Zahira Lombarda Trophy and Medal for the Dutch Scholar, awarded to the top achiever in grade 12. And quite incredibly, we do have Zahira with us today. Zahira, who was one of our really top students at Merrifield. And in fact, she wasn't just top at Merrifield, she was one of the top in the country in her year. And I mean, right at the top. She's an incredible student. And those medical studies, are they nearly finished? So we virtually have a doctor here in Zahira Lombarda, and lovely to have you today, Zahira, at the school. This is awarded in your honor and certainly someone to aspire to. And of course, this year, we know it goes to an individual with a tremendous intellect and an excellent work ethic, and that's always such an incredibly powerful combination. Well done to Noah Siganek. Right, we come to the Student Council Plate and Medal for Fellowship. So this is voted for, in fact, by the college students themselves, and it's awarded to a student who is caring, friendly, helpful, empathetic, and goes out of their way to foster fellowship. So it is voted by the students themselves, and the students can vote for anyone in the college. So any grade you can be voted for. This year it goes to a grade 11 student, and that student, this might be a little bit popular, Zizikatsi Bidla. Well done to you. All right, and then finally, to probably our most prestigious award of the day, this is the Jackie Russell Astropotentes Trophy for True Merrifield Spirit, and awarded to the student who epitomizes true Merrifield spirit, who is dedicated to Merrifield, and who fosters unity and spirit amongst fellow students. It's thoroughly deserved, and this year the award goes to Anna Ford. Congratulations, Anna. All right, that does bring us to the end of the prize-giving section of the assembly. I would suggest we take a minute to stretch legs and take a deep breaths, and then we'll start with the valedictory segment of the ceremony. Let's take a minute's time out. Thank you. Just where we are to stretch legs. Thank you. Right, thanks everyone. We want to keep the momentum going. You could take your seats, please. Right, thank you. We're going to start the valedictory segment with a short visual tribute. That's to our matric class. This has been prepared by our matric teachers with a great deal of affection, and I think it's going to sort of indicate how each student is going to be remembered at Merrifield. So thank you very much for putting this together. Are we able to put those lights off? I'm not sure. thanks to the teachers for that tribute, and it really is a great group that we have here. And as I say, will be fondly missed. We come now to the parents' address, and very pleased to have today, representing the parents, Mrs. Aisha Limbada. And she is someone who's been associated with the school for, I think, close on 2 decades now. It's been quite a period of time. And she has had 5 children at the school. So her 4 daughters they're all our alumni. They've gone through matric. They're all here today. It's fantastic to see Fatima and Zahira, Amina and Shakira. I think it's been a long time since we've seen you all. Lovely to have you here today. And of course, they're here to see Mohammed Saad finish in grade 12. So 5 children. You can say she's really qualified to speak as a parent today. But she's just been a tremendous supporter of the school over the years. A lot of good correspondence we've had over time, keeping us informed of things. She's been a real promoter on the Parents Liaison Committee over time. And we're really looking forward to your address today. A warm welcome, please, for Mrs. Aisha Limbada. Thank you so much.
Dr. Hartley. This way. Okay. Dr. Hartley, esteemed teachers, proud parents and family, and the honored guests of today, the metric class of 2023. When the school asked me to say a few words, I was overcome with panic. I have assisted with my fair share of May vakansie orals, but to present one is on another level of stress. So here goes my final school speech, and Mr. White, I will try to stick to the rubric. My family has grown with Merrifield over the past 16 years. My 2 eldest daughters started prep and college in 2007 when Dr. Hartley took over the helm as principal. So, Dr. Hartley, I have been a constant parent. Since you've become head, I have been paying school fees for 16 years. And I think my debenture needs to be refunded with interest. So, a side note to Eileen Miles. It's an honor to speak here today because today is a very important day for the Limbada family. It marks the end of an era for us. My 4 daughters are present today to see their not-so-baby brother, Mohammed Saad, and to bid a final farewell to Merrifield. My daughters began schooling at an all-girls school in King and my son at an all-boys school in King. But completing their schooling at a co-ed school like Merrifield was challenging because of the traveling from King Williamstown to East London. But seeing the well-rounded individuals they've become, not only academically, but socially, makes the sacrifice worth it. I'm here to speak on behalf of all parents today, and I would like to say a heartfelt thank you to Dr. Hartley and to the entire Merrifield staff. Now, delivering a speech at your child's valedictory is like trying to summarize the theory of flight into a paragraph. or a 3-hour movie into a 3-minute trailer. It's challenging, but it's full of memorable moments. Today is a roller coaster of emotions for us as parents. For you, it may seem it took forever to reach this point. But for us, you went from diapers to diplomas in the blink of an eye. We are saddened by this chapter's end, but we are also so happy and proud that we got to help and prepare you for this adventure called adulthood. You have spent the last few years navigating the complexities of college life. You survived the tuck shop rush, the inflation of smudge, the COVID-19 lockdown, the endless assignments and essays. We've watched you transform from adorable children into young adults, one messy room at a time. Now we stand here with you on the verge of another milestone that we know involves big change. It's no longer about growing up, it's about being a grown-up. I hope your first decision as an adult is maybe not to have two-minute noodles for every meal, but I've already accepted that Maggie's going to be in business for a long time. This moment brings us pride and pain. We're so excited for you to spread your wings, but we're also sad to have an emptier nest. I think you will only realize the magnitude of this milestone when you're a few years into adulthood, or maybe when you're a parent someday yourself. It doesn't matter though, because you finally get to choose your destiny. It's so exciting, but it's so overwhelming. So let us offer you a little guidance before you follow your own compass anyway. You will make mistakes, but we pray that they will be small ones. If not, try to find the courage and the integrity to do the right thing and never to choose the easy way out. Having said that, I encourage you to remember that life is made up of many small journeys. This high school is just one chapter in your life's book. You have an entire novel ahead of you. And like every great story, there will be highs and lows, and embrace it all. Remember that success comes in many forms. It is not measured by your career, education, or income alone. Waking up every morning just with an appetite for life, surrounded by people that love you unconditionally, that to me is being truly rich. Look, I will never say that money is not important. It's very important in the real world. All I'm saying is that when you are making career choices and life choices, and you're thinking about your financial security, don't ever forget your happiness. You may be an adult now, but you will always have an inner child inside of you. I never had the financial opportunity to study after matric, but I stand here before you feeling very successful. I have raised and educated 5 children, and I have given them the opportunities that I never had. Seeing them accomplish their dreams has fulfilled mine. Because I know that you could be a doctor, or a chef, or a landscaper, or just a housewife or a house husband. As long as you're content, I say that you are winning at life. Make it your mission to find what you love. This is true for your work and your personal life. Your career is going to be a large part of your life, so you might as well enjoy the 9 to 5. Ask for help. You don't have to have it all together, all the time. There's no shame in leaning on someone for support, whether it's your family or your chosen family. Statistically speaking, the odds are that your sibling is already planning on stealing your room. But know that you will have a place at home. No matter where in the world you are, we will always be here for you, always. These 18 years have been such a gift, so much of joy and so many lessons, so many projects that you only told us about on Sunday night. But you made us better people, and we hope that we have done the same for you. To my son, I love you. I am so proud of you, and I cannot wait to see where life takes you. Om te beklemtoon. Class of 2023. Since you have had no yearbook quotes for this year, I'm going to leave you with the wise words of DJ Khaled and a little bit of me. So just follow my lead, okay? All I want you to do is win, win, win. No matter what. Got success on your mind? You can never get enough. And every time you step into a building, everybody's hands must go up. Up. And they must stay there. Stay there. Keep them there. And now, Matrix of 2023, give yourself the loudest applause because you did it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Lombardo. A wonderful address and some really sage advice. Hugely appreciated. And we're certainly going to miss the Lombardo family at Merrifield. Yes, a little something to say a big thank you. Thank you so much. All right, now we turn to the SRC leaders of 2023 who are going to give a farewell address. That is Anna Ford and Trent Pillay. I just want to thank the leadership team of this year on the SRC, which also includes Amani Sohaba and Masanda Mdlankomo. Really have been an excellent leadership team, taken on a lot of responsibilities this year, many initiatives, and I've just appreciated working with them. They've always been there in the office on a Thursday, ready for their meetings in a very accountable way, and really appreciate all that they've taken on this year. So over to Anna and Trent. Thank you.
"5 years. 5 long, terrible, and painful years. Or was it really? As we approach our last stretch on this marathon of a school career, we look back and reflect on the good, the bad, but most importantly, the moments, memories, and the people that will stay with us forever.
We are often told that it is not how you start a race, but how you finish it that matters. But that just doesn't feel right, because it isn't about the start or the end. It's about the journey and what you as an individual learn from the experience and the growth you undergo.
Our marathon began with an egg and spoon race at grade 8 orientation camp, followed by Luke Hanna, one of our SRC members, blasting Mo Bamba at midnight when we were trying to sleep. But the start for me was definitely when Noah told him off for being a bad role model. Looking back at it now, I realize that we were always thinking about matric. Our matric jackets, matric dance, matric privileges, like making coffee in Mafroyu Baz class. And even this very day, our valedictory. All we've heard from the teachers over the past 4 years is, this is what they do in matric, and we're preparing you for matric.
The end of matric is meant to be the finish line to our marathon, but with it in sight now, we are able to realize that, as cliched as it sounds, the journey was really what mattered. With our eye on the finish line these past few years, we still never ceased to live in the moment and make the most of every step in our journey. And yes, the journey did seem long, but cue Mr. White.
Man.
Did it go by fast? I remember at our infamous grade 7 dance, we were all in uproar about our theme being carnival. Our grade caused quite a stir, but in the end, we all had a great time, and I'll never forget Miss Lacey calling us the party grade. That seems to have stayed true with every addition to our grade throughout the years, because those words were echoed at our matric dance. I think what we really have is spirit and passion. We have tackled every challenge together with enthusiasm and grace, and every step of our journey has brought us closer together.
In grade 8, we were different, but we still feel like the same people sitting here today. Because we believe that we'll still make an academic comeback when it really matters, like finals. Or we scandal about the latest love triangle. And yes, we did start off as strangers, forced by our SRC to endure a game of speed dating on the first day of grade 8. But with every step of our marathon, we have made new friends and formed new relationships that have changed us and brought us closer together. We can definitely say that the class sitting here today are no longer strangers.
I remember a quote in Mrs. Bacher's class that said, "If you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go far, go together." And that is something our grade demonstrates today. We have built each other up and supported each other with every step in our marathon. Our journey here at Merrifield may be coming to an end, but it's just the beginning of our own stories. Whether or not they intertwine in the future, I can say for sure that we are all better for knowing each other.
The meaning behind the words Astra Potentis and the badge on our chests truly resonate with us. The growth that Merrifield has undergone over our high school careers has been truly astounding to witness. We went from being grade 8s in sport teams that everyone took for granted to being a part of teams filled with players enriched with passion for the game and eagerness to play for their school. I felt this for the first time when I watched a grade 9 hockey player score his first team goal. The look in his face when he realized that the ball had hit the backboard.
Merrifield's spirit and support for our school has grown exponentially and will continue to grow after we are gone, and that is something that we can all be proud to say we are part of.
We too have grown, changed, hopefully for the better, and matured.
Mainly that one, I hope.
All jokes aside, we really have become young men and women, eager to leave.
Eager to leave?
I don't quite know if we're ready to accept that one though, because of that special something that Sipiwe and Lovu spoke of. Merrifield College definitely has that special something.
Since grade 1, we have been taught with kindness and patience and been given the independence and safety to find ourselves. It's truly remarkable how the Merrifield community allows you to be yourself without judgment.
What Merrifield College has done for us as the class of 2023 is truly spectacular.
Finally, we as the class of 2023 would like to say a big thank you to everyone that has paved the way for our journey. We would like to thank our parents for constantly being there for us and undoubtedly backing us through everything. The teachers who have played such a formative role in our lives and ensured that we got the best academic and emotional support possible. You've been our trainers, cheerleaders, and our sweepers at the back of the race for these past 5 years, and for that we are truly grateful.
And thank you to the coaches who have made an amazing effort in creating the teams we are so proud of today. The finance and admin staff that make the school run so smoothly, and the ground staff that are truly the heroes behind the scenes at Merrifield. To Dr. Hartley and Mrs. Fielding, thank you for giving students the best they can possibly get and always putting us and our needs first. We appreciate everything you've done for giving us the best possible schooling experience.
And to our incredible SRC, thank you for being our backbone this year and always being willing to take on a challenge. For a bunch of very different people chucked together at the beginning of the year, we sure feel like a family now, and we can say proudly that every single one of you has stepped up to lead. To our support system, Mr. Giese and Mrs. Rotenbach, we could not have gotten through this year without you.
And on behalf of all of us, thank you.
And to our grade, remember that this is not goodbye, but merely a part of our journeys, and we will forever be a part of each other's journeys.
So as you walk the last leg of this marathon up to the clubhouse, allow yourself to be sad because of what you're leaving behind, but also allow yourself to feel excitement about all the adventures that await you. Thank you.
A big thank you to our SRC leaders, and just really appreciate all their contributions and the way they've led with such care and compassion and decisiveness at the same time. Let's give them one big round of applause. Well done, our leaders in the SRC. All right, it's now the turn of the matric class of 2023 to say a few thank yous to the various teachers. This is something that was actually introduced by the students and I know is really appreciated by the teachers. So the first group, if you could come up and start those thank yous. Thank you.
Mrs. Fielding, I don't know how you've managed to teach 2 matric classes this year, on top of spending all your holidays making exam timetables that not everyone agrees with anyway. You are such an inspiration for me, and I'm sure to many others as well. The passion you display in the classroom makes us enjoy bio so much more, and you always have our best interests at heart. You have taught us so much in only 1 year, by going above and beyond the syllabus to make sure we can handle whatever the IEB throws at us. I think one of your most important lessons has been teaching us the importance of condoms. We are all so much wiser because of it. Thank you for listening to all of our queries, even though most of the time we were fighting for marks that probably weren't even there. And for having the patience to read all of our essays that the grade just never seemed to get right. We will all miss you a lot next year. Thanks for everything. Vroom, vroom.
Mevrou Joubert. Toesprake is iets wat nog altyd vir my moeilik was om te skryf. Maar hierdie een was maklik. Mevrou Joubert is net ons Afrikaanse onderwyseres nie, maar ook ons skoolma. Sy is altyd daar vir ons wanneer ons hulp nodig met 'n antwoord en is altyd bereid om te help waar sy kan. She has made our lessons so special with memories we will cherish forever. Such as koffieperiode en ons sokkieles voor die matric dance. Mevrou has made lessons fun and explains in a way for us all to understand. I first met Mevrou in grade 9 when I started extra Afrikaans, and from then she has helped me achieve my best results in Afrikaans. And I've seen this in my class as well, how she helps each of her students achieve the very best that they can. We all worked very hard in Afrikaans this year until there were 5 to 10 minutes left of the lesson, coffee crush. That let us off the hook for being late. Mevrou is truly a very special teacher and has a special place in all of our hearts. I just want to end off with saying that this was the first thing Mevrou hasn't translated for me.
Mevrou Botha, in grade 10, when you walked into your class for the first time, I saw you as this crazy lady who would only speak in Afrikaans. And half the time, I wouldn't even understand what you were saying. I always had to have Google Translate open on my iPad to understand it. I remember you saying something like, hierdie klaskamer is 'n veilige plek vir almal van julle, which I used my iPad to translate to this classroom is a safe place for all of you, which is a very true statement. There's been countless times when we've been able to speak to you about any issues we're having, whether it be issues at school or personal issues. I think this is the reason why we can see you as not just a teacher, but as a friend. I love that you're so open to us about everything happening in your personal life. And you always tell us about your exciting weekends away, or lazy weekends spent with Hanu. I'd just like to say that you've been such an amazing teacher to us all. And I'd like to thank you for all the fun lessons we have together. Jy is so oulik, juffrou.
Ms. Burmester, I want to take this moment to express our great gratitude towards you. Ma'am, your presence has a unique joy. Your love for us is genuine and inspiring. and it always brightens our day. English is a class that we always look forward to because of the sheer joy of being a part of it. Thank you for your love, your dedication, and for making each day in your classroom a remarkable experience. We will cherish the lessons we've learned, the laughter that we've shared, and the songs that we've sung. As we move forward, we'll always carry with us the wisdom that you've imparted and the joy that you've brought to our lives. And one thing we'll surely never forget is that Emma had a birthday. We will miss you, ma'am.
Mr. White. I think by now all my other subject teachers have heard, "Sorry, I'm late, I was talking to Mr. White." I never seem to learn that I must never ask you about a specific bird because it always turns into a 20-minute long conversation about every single bird species you can find in South Africa. Mr. White, your love for English is almost as evident and definitely more infectious than your love for birds. English became my favorite subject on my very first day in your class in grade 8 after witnessing your intense love and passion for it. The genuine care that you have for every single student is evident with every piece of criticism you give and every random life lesson you share, always ending with, "Ma'am." You are the teacher that will never hesitate to ask if we're okay when we look down and offer us a kind hug and a word of advice. My favorite break times were spent sitting in your class gossiping with you. You've been a guiding light for me, always pushing me to succeed, no matter how disruptive I was in class. Your constant reminders to not put too much pressure on ourselves and always have fun, along with your contagious laugh, helped us to make the most of this stressful year. Thank you.
Molweni, I remember the first lesson we had with Mem Kiba in grade 8, and I remember being so scared of her, not knowing that we would have gained a mother away from home. That was the day Mem Kiba told us that she was impressed by us and said she has great expectations for us when we're in matric. Since then, our little class of 9 has developed a very strong relationship with Mem Kiba, and she has given us all nicknames that she calls us. We will miss you, ma'am, and all the very, very interesting conversations we've had in your class. Thank you for loving us as your own, and thank you for staying and continuing to teach us, even though you were supposed to retire in 2020. One thing Ma'am Kiba never fails to do is to remind us that we are the ones who begged her to stay and to retire when we leave school. And for that, we appreciate you, ma'am. Usithandile, nathi siyakuthanda, ma'am. Siyabulela ngenkxaso yakho. Kwaye siyakuthembisa kuba ma'am sonke sobayi-9 sophuma kwi-1% yesixhosa.
Mr. Stabler, you took on the impossible task of taking over our physics and chemistry classes late last year. I can't speak for the second class, but I know teaching my class took a lot of patience. From me and Sam wrestling in the back of your classroom, not doing our think tanks, to Daniel and Matthew beating you in that iPad game 234. I know we didn't make it easy on you, but thank you for putting up with us. I speak for the physics class of 2023 when I say, thank you for sharing your passion and wisdom of physics and chem with us. You never failed at finding as many ways as possible to teach a concept, whether that be experiments, stories from your uni days, confidence that I've not laughed more in another classroom than in yours. You are so caring, and your willingness to drop everything for us is something I doubt I'll find again in a lecturer in university next year.
Mr. Van, we have reached the top of the slope. While Mr. Stabler may have been the pulley, pulling us over the line from the top, you certainly gave us the strong start we needed, and we would not be as prepared as we are for finals without the fundamentals ingrained in us by you. Although your time with us was cut short, we all have you to thank for your generous contribution to our knowledge of science, even though a few of us still couldn't tell you what a force is. We cherish the moments we had with you, from your on-the-spot live demonstrations with baby, or at least what was left of it, flying across the front of the classroom, to us quickly paging to the back of the textbook to shout out an answer when we hadn't done the homework. We will forever miss how you greeted and welcomed each one of us to all of your lessons, most of the time with a warm smile on your face. Although this speech is dedicated towards your passion for physics, you have taught us so much more than that. Your steadfastness and resilience are truly admirable, and your outgoing, hardworking nature is inspiring. Your strength of character will stick with us as a reminder for life, more than any of your physics lessons, and that speaks volumes. Speaking of lessons, it has been just over a year since we last got to experience one of yours, but I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say I can still hear your voice echoing through my thoughts whenever I face a slope question. When there is a slope, FT parallel.
Mrs. Pryor, I have the privilege of honoring you today. Being in your accounting class for the past 4 years has been filled with lots of hard work, but it's also been filled with lots of laughter. One of our fondest memories was when we fully convinced you that there was something wrong with your projector. It took you a good while to realize that the high-pitched noise from your projector only occurred when we were in the classroom, and that the noise was coming from our iPads as a strategy to delay work. People often say, school doesn't teach us real life skills like doing taxes, but we can never say that about you, ma'am. You don't only teach us the syllabus, but you impart wisdom in us for real life situations every day, which we cannot be more thankful for. Although we often complain that we never get a free lesson, and that you insist on starting a new exercise 5 minutes before the lesson ends, we often don't tell you how much we appreciate your dedication and passion for your subject, for always ensuring we are fully prepared for every test and exam, and most of all, for pushing us to do and be our very best. Thank you for all the long extra hours you spend, planning, marking, organizing, and as you do, making sure everything is perfect. You inspire us all. We as Matrix have loved having you as our accounting teacher, and in closing off, your lessons have definitely not left a gap in our education. Thank you for accounting for our growth.
Mrs. Newman, the majority of us in your business class of 2023 have been with you since we were in grade 7. Even though I swore to myself in grade 7 and in grade 8 that I would never take business, here I am, loving it. Market days, the Coke can, advice from your tuck shop that you had in King, and the fresh hot dog buns you got from that one bakery there was a central memory of our journey with you, ma'am. Oh, and we obviously can't forget the one thing that is mentioned every year and complained about every year, your daily class tests. That doesn't count that much, but make sure you study for them. I'm sure you know, ma'am, that we did not study for the majority of them, and sometimes even forgot about them. However, as much as we complain about them, we are still grateful for them, because they really did help us. Behind all the tests, you always just wanted to see us succeed and do well in the exams. Mrs. Newman, you are such an amazing teacher who goes beyond call of duty. You manage to balance quality time to get to know your students, let them express their creativity through tasks, and you make time to focus on each individual to ensure they improve in their results. We didn't have our trip to Mercedes due to COVID. We begged ma'am to let us go before we leave. And after all, I'll see, I don't think we can. The grade 11s are going. Ma'am made it happen during the last week of school. Thank you, ma'am, for making our high school career so special. We've had the best memories together. We will miss your PowerPoints, life advice, and the conversations, your class tests, okay, maybe not that, but most importantly, we'll miss having you as our teacher next year.
To Merrifield's favorite golden girl, hi, Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams' class has remained a safe space for all students, whether you do drama or not, but especially for me. Sir, I'm so grateful that I've got to be in almost all your productions and irritating you behind the wing. I'm so sorry for having to have you yell at the guild. Guys, please get off the mic. But I'm so grateful that you were the person that I got to be Miss Trunchbull for. You have nurtured your classes. I'm so grateful for your intellectual stimulation. I have learned so much through doing Waza Albert way too many times. I have learned so much from you. I have had the most wonderful conversations. Mr. Williams is the kind of teacher to worry about your schoolwork and academics and still make sure to say, are you okay at the end of each lesson, and are you doing well at the beginning? Thank you, sir, for your positive energy, and thank you, sir, for putting energy into me and my academics, even if we forgot an essay that one time. Sorry, Mrs. Fielding. Or changing our practical. Sorry again. But ma'am and sir, thank you. And I'm so grateful that I was late for history because I talked to you all those days. Thank you, sir. No university experience a teacher will compare to your classroom. Thank you. Bye.
I'm not that tall, so. Mrs. Dupree. Ms. Dupree is the most beautiful teacher beautifully hearted and beautiful, of course, teacher I've ever met before. From Sandrock art to surrealism, ma'am has been true to herself and to each one of her students. Ma'am has been most dedicated to our success. From late visits to the art classroom and countless Saturday mornings, ma'am has been there with us with a smile on her face. She could not have prepared us more for finals and for life after today. From the artists of 2023, here are a few things that we love about you. We love that you play us Hobbit music whenever we get stressed to calm us down. We love it that you bake for us and hide vegetables in your muffins. We love it when you tell us to add a bit more and more to our practicals. We love it when you suggest to bleach everything. We love it when you infectiously laugh at your own jokes. We love it when you revise Dada every 2 weeks. We love that you still make us do worksheets and posters in matric. We love it that you ask us when we're okay. But most of all, we love it when you resonate. Ma'am, thank you for being the mother and the home that you created in your classroom. We all love you very much and are so proud to have been your proteges.
Before I start, I just want to say bear with me. I haven't practiced this speech because it's not going towards my report. And also pardon me if I swallow my words. An oral in front of 20 people is enough to get my heart rate above 160. That's no joke, by the way. One of the very first things I can remember about Mrs. Quinnett was when she told us how she had vodka bottles and chairs thrown at her during her time teaching in the UK. I'd like to think our class treated her a little better than that. No matter what day of the week it is, whether it be first lesson on a Monday or last lesson on a Friday, ma'am was always eager to teach and always in the best of moods, which could be a little frustrating when you're running on 3 hours of sleep, Concerta, and Red Bull. You know how that conversation goes. Hey Trent, what's next lesson? maths, and you kind of just stand there for 15 seconds in silence, processing how you're going to get through the next 55 minutes. Well, this isn't the case with Mrs. Quinnett. Believe it or not, she has made maths an enjoyable subject. She goes out of her way to make sure each individual learner in her class has a clear understanding of the work we're doing. She gives us stickers too. You'd think at 18, stickers wouldn't appeal to us anymore. Well, Mrs. Quinnett knows better. If I remember correctly, I counted 8 stickers in one of my exam papers, although Muskan beat everyone with a whopping 13 stickers. They are clearly favorites. Ma'am promised Ethan Gittings that if everyone got 60% or above for a test or exam, she would get the whole class McDonald's. We didn't manage to do that, but she still got us McDonald's. Mrs. Quinnett, you have such a kind and caring heart. It feels amazing to have a teacher who cares so deeply about her students. You're always willing to listen, whether it be about how hard the maths exam was, us nagging you to tell us our marks, our excuses for not doing the homework, or any gossip or drama we have. Thank you for always believing in us when we don't do as well in some of our tests or exams, for encouraging us to reach our full potential, for commending us in sections we do well in, like when I got 93% for calculus but 0 for finance, and just for never giving up on us. Thank you for everything. We're going to miss you.
When I think of Mr. Stabler's class, I'll always think of 2, 3, 4 player games, FIFA matches projected on the board, distracting him to hang up a disco ball, or Anna turning the back of the class into a kitchen. You turned a blind eye to that last one a couple times, but I think that's why I found so much comfort in your lessons. You never sweat the small things, and you were able to make it feel like everything was going to work out and that all those little worries could be forgotten about. Although it may seem like we didn't do any work, we did also have actual lessons. And these lessons often had as much of our attention as any of those memories did because of Mr. Stabler's passion for maths. So, your enthusiasm and eagerness for your subject has been infectious, and everybody can't help but listen whenever you have an interesting fact to share with us, even though we know it's another fact about one of those old guys who had nothing better to do than work out theorems and formulas. That passion you have for maths spread throughout our class, and the interest you show is how you make even the most mundane topics enjoyable. And that's why over the past 4 years that you've taught me, maths has become my favorite subject. Thank you for sharing that passion with us.
Mrs. Friend, I remember the first day that we met. It was my first day of grade 10. I remember seeing this cheerful, cute lady with the warmest smile. It was exactly what I needed on my first day at a new school. We had told each other that we would look out for each other as we were both newbies, and we would navigate Merrifield together, and I think we've both lived up to that promise. You were the first teacher that I wrote a letter to on Teacher's Day because of how we instantly connected, because of how I felt I could come to you about anything, and because of how you always believed in me. I know that you will definitely miss us. All of Emilia and I's conversations that are definitely not arguments. All of mine and Amelia's conversations about our favorite reality shows. All of the singing that you must admit you started to enjoy. And all of our bye sods. But we are most definitely going to miss you, ma'am. All of your yes and no silences. I promise, ma'am, we weren't ignoring you. I guess we were never in the mood for maths. We'll miss the times where you'd bring us coffee and biscuits, and the very few times you would let us play cahoots. Thank you, ma'am, for our first and our last walk around the school. It's like you knew it was exactly what we needed to refresh our minds before prelims. Ma'am, I'd also like to thank you for adding a new phrase to my vocab, oh my giddy aunt. I'd like to end off this speech with a quote by our famous Mrs. Friend. Don't tell anyone to shut up. Tell them to keep quiet, and they'll shut up on their own.
Dear Mrs. Skippers, sorry. Where are you? Or should I say the greatest of all time? As we stand on the brink of a new beginning, we cannot help but look back on the meaningful contribution that you've had to our lives. Your passion for teaching, your kindness, and your tireless commitment to our education have made you more than just a teacher, but a pillar of strength that we can lean on in any time of need. You have been a constant source of inspiration, encouraging us to dream big, work hard, achieve our A's, and never give up on our goals. In her classroom, learning was not just about textbooks and exams. It was about endless life lessons, values, and truly feeling at home in between those walls, which, by the way, we all know how to carpet paint and tile off by heart. It all started for me as the new student to Merrifield in the beginning of grade 11. I can still remember how the nerves were rushing throughout my body as I stepped onto the school grounds to begin this very new chapter in my life. I never would have thought that that very day I'd meet one of the most influential teachers that added so greatly to my story and made every day better with something as simple as a smile, a sticker, or an extremely special sweet off her desk. I will never forget the day that I saw my name in one of the papers. I looked straight at you and smiled because you spelled my name right. And you smiled back. One of your big cheeky smiles that we normally only see after you just shouted at us. If someone were to ask me to describe you now, I'd describe you as not only the most enthusiastic maths lit teacher, but a woman who holds such a radiant passion and love for her students and everything that she does. You truly are one of a kind. Despite several challenges, you have never failed to show your dedication and enthusiasm towards everything that you do. Even when maths is on Friday and the last lesson, and we're practically jumping out of the windows to leave, but you'd always make us stay till the very last second. Your passion for your students shine the brightest. You've never failed to create some of the most difficult maths lit tests we've ever laid eyes on, and pushing us to achieve our full potential, no matter what we'd be going through, which you'd help us conquer with open arms. Whether that be Undi arriving late to our lesson after his extreme dedication to our coffee time biscuits, or even Tana magically getting lost on her way to the bathroom after being here since she was 3 years old. Your wisdom will continue to be our guiding star as we face the challenges of the world beyond these walls. So, on behalf of all of the students whose lives you've touched, Ms. Skippers, I want to express our deepest gratitude. As we take our next steps into the future, we promise to uphold the values and lessons you've imparted on us. We will continue to learn, grow, and strive for excellence, knowing that your guidance will always be with us. We hope to make you proud as your final matric class. We love you so much and wish you nothing but the best for the future ahead. Thank you for everything.
I am welcomed by the wind. There are very few teachers in the world who can as keenly express the extent to which the entire class is screwed as you, Mr. Boone. From the student consuming whole that appears in the IT class after June mid-year exams, to the artistic depiction of the chasm of ultimate failure we had to pass over through making our pats. You could always tell us exactly how much trouble we were in before starting to fix our plethora of extra brackets and missing semicolons. This all being the same teacher who explained nil-pointer exceptions using an analogy of his daughter fetching a cookie from a cookie jar, not finding the jar where he said it was, and shouting, "No-pointer exception." Thank you, sir, for flight you are, for the problems you added to our pats, and for the never-ending IT class laughs.
I think, as all my peers and teachers would know, it is only fitting that I read my speech off of my phone. On Wednesday afternoon, I was asked how my speech was coming along. Funny thing is, I was blissfully unaware of this task I was given. Not to boast, but I feel I've managed to whip up a pretty good speech in a short period of time. This is a speech to say thank you to Matthew Haynes, Mrs. Driver-Boone. But seriously, all jokes aside, we have had some great moments, from doing cat work to listening to Ma'am talk about cat work. Despite all the seriousness in the class, there is one memory I will never forget. As we all know, Ma'am is very strict when it comes to bathroom passes. One day, at the beginning of a lesson, all the boys decided to get up and go to the bathroom together, and they were gone for 10 minutes. So Mrs. Driver-Boone decided to play a prank on them and locked them out of the class. While the boys were locked out of the class, Ma'am read to us our June exam scope. She read to us our June exam scope off of a piece of paper. She eventually let the boys back into the class after telling us the scope. As the boys were coming in, she told them that because they were gone for so long, they will not get to hear the scope. She then proceeded to crumple up the piece of paper. While looking us all dead in the eye, she put the paper in her mouth and ate it. I feel this is an appropriate time to tell you that for the past 2 years, we've been referring to you by your secret nickname, Uber Driver. We thought the name was quite witty of us. Despite doing CAT my whole high school career, I still not would be able to tell you the difference between a WAP and a Wi-Fi router. Oh, and for the non-CAT students, WAP doesn't stand for what you think it does. The only reason I'm standing up here petrified in front of all these people is to say thank you on behalf of everyone. But I would also like to give you a personal thanks. You have been so committed to me reaching my potential. The hours of dedicated work you have put into me and my personal growth is commendable. And I can promise you right now, I would definitely not have passed my PAT without you. So thank you so much for it all. You somehow managed to turn a very boring subject into something a tad more enjoyable. And I think for that, every single one of us is grateful. I can now go to uni and give you all the credit for my computer skills and knowledge. We will definitely miss you, and most certainly will never forget you. Thank you.
He's a 10, but he loves geography. That obviously makes him a 12, right? Mr. Gizi. Thank you for being more than a teacher to us. You are a mentor, a guide, and a source of inspiration. Thank you for being a compass, no pun intended, that navigated us not only through all the content, but life too. You made learning not just a task, but incredibly enjoyable. It's this kind of creativity and all the dad jokes that made your lessons unforgettable. We will never forget your unwavering dedication to us as your students, and your patience. We'll remember those times when we'd mix up latitude and longitude right before a map work exam, and you correct us with utmost patience. We also want to thank you for turning a blind eye to our gossip sessions during your lessons. We'd like to apologize because we know they weren't exactly part of your lesson plan. So, on behalf of Geo 1 and 2, I want to say thank you. Thank you for all the laughs, deep conversations, and love. You've truly left a lasting mark on our hearts.
To Ms. Rotenbach. Ms. Rotenbach became our history teacher in grade 11, and as soon as we walked in her classroom, we were met with the love wooden thingy. She told us that that's the most fundamental rule in her class, for us to love one another. And I can speak for both classes when I say that we all followed it. We will miss you dearly, ma'am, even sassy ma'am and her passive aggression, which is understandable as we were quite a handful. Thank you for being patient and understanding to us, even when we'd sing the History Hat song to avoid working. Or when most of us would miss the deadlines, cough, cough, me and Anna. And I can definitely say we appreciated the leniency. We will cherish all the memories we have with you. However, one that we won't cherish so much is when at the end of our History Olympics, where you split the points between the two competing teams and called it communism. Thank you for everything, ma'am. We appreciate you so much, and will always be your lovelies. Thank you.
Mrs. Pankey. Hello, Matrickies, is the way you have been greeting us since the beginning of this year. In this little time we have had with you, you have managed to guide us so much. Thank you for all the effort that you put into us. You put so much time into making us feel reassured with our choices for next year. We have learned so much useful information and skills from all the never-ending projects this year. Every time we would hand in one, we would be handed another one. We went through sleepless nights for these projects and due dates. All I can say is good luck for the future matrics. We thank you for your endless energy during our lessons, and we appreciate your passion for a subject many people tend to dislike. Mrs. Pankey, you were just what we needed to end off our journey with the subject of life orientation. We will miss you dearly, and don't worry, we will always keep up with the Joneses.
There are lots of you here today. Okay, where's Mrs. Armstrong? Oh, there she is. Okay, so I should probably start by telling you I've rewritten this speech about 10 times, yet I still can't find the words to thank you. The process of making a speech to honor someone so great is no easy feat, trust me, I know, because you never know where to begin. However, like my mother would say, a simple thank you and a smile can be the greatest gesture to honor the greats who help us along the way. So here I am today to say thank you so much for your dedication and being passionate about helping us talk through our problems. You are our safe space, someone who we can be vulnerable with, yet reminded of our strength. You always have the answers to our problems, almost as if you've lived life through our own eyes. You've helped us maneuver through high tides and unruly seas. You always greet us with warmth and a beautiful smile. You have become like family to not only me and others you've helped. They say it takes a village to raise a child. And I would like to thank you for being part of the village. I would like to thank you for being part of the village who raised me to be the young man I am. You've made an impression on us all and will never forget your love. Thank you, ma'am.
When my gran dropped me off at Merrifield College for an interview with Dr. Hartley and Mrs. Fielding over 5 years ago, I could only dream for a place in this progressive school. Dr. Hartley, under your leadership, your vision for our school and its beautiful campus has become a reality. Our state-of-the-art educational facilities and sports precinct benefit not only Merrifield pupils, but the whole community. Mrs. Fielding, your commitment to our academic endeavors is unmatched. Nothing stops you from making it to class, not even a broken leg. We will never forget your knee scooter. On behalf of the matric class of 2023, thank you to our executive head, Dr. Hartley, and our academic and deputy head, Mrs. Fielding.
To the coaches of Merrifield College, there are not enough words for us to express the gratitude we have for you and the amazing job that you have done in creating and building the teams at Merrifield and allowing us to be a competing school across the country. What you have done at Merrifield in the last couple of years is truly remarkable. Mr. Buckley, I was doing well. Mr. Buckley, I would like to thank you on behalf of all of the boys and girls that have been coached by you for the for the amazing job that you have done for our sport. I would personally like to thank you for what you've done for me and our team this year. You have made it clear of the high standard of hockey you expect from each and every one of us, and that has truly pushed us to be the best possible players. One thing I won't miss is the pop quiz before every game where you asked us the 7 principles of defense. Maddie always studied. You held these high standards on and off the turf, and we have not stopped learning from you. You gave us the opportunity to be our best selves and always believed in us, even when we didn't believe in ourselves. You have made me the hockey player I am today and inspired many more. And I'll always remember that even when I'm winning, I should always keep turning the screw. Thank you.
Just a huge thank you to our students there. Wow, I know just how much that does mean to us as staff. And I think just the quality of those speeches just says something about the quality of the students, each and every one of them we have at the school. And I think as parents, as staff, we can be incredibly proud of the kind of self-assured, broad-minded, humorous, emotive people that come out of Merrifield. And that was really appreciated, all those very kind words. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. All right, we are towards closing our ceremony today, and we are going to have a final item. Our real Nightingale, who has our real vocalist who's sung so much and so that we've so appreciated over the years. It's our grade 12 student, Amani Sahaba, who's going to close with a song, a really stirring song, I Will Always Remember You. Thanks, Amani.
I fought for this mic stand, by the way. I always knew this day would come. We'd be standing one by one with our future in our hands. So many dreams, so many plans. Always knew after all these years there'd be laughter, there'd be tears. I never thought I'd walk away with so much joy but so much pain, and it's so hard to say goodbye. Yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moments, so glad I got to know ya. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph and hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember you. Na 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 na. Another chapter in the book. Can't go back, but you can look. And there we are on every page. Memories I'll always save. Up ahead on the open doors. Who knows what we're headed towards? I wish you love, I wish you luck. For you the world just opens up, and it's so hard to say goodbye. Yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moments, so glad I got to know ya. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph and hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember you. All the times that we had, all the good, all the bad, I'll keep them here inside. Every time that we shared, every place, everywhere, you touched my life. And one day we'll look back. Yesterday's gone. The times that we have, I'll keep like a photograph and hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember you. I'll always remember you.
Thanks so much, Amani. Not an easy one to sing through with words like that on a day like this. Thank you so much. We're going to close with a final wish and blessing, and this comes from our SRC leaders of 2024. If I can call up, please, Mta, Mohammed, Shailen, and Zizikasi. Thank you.
Open it up. We are grateful for each life represented here today.
For who each one is,
and for all they have brought to our community.
We give thanks for all that has been learned in lessons and lives shared. May every good thing deposited be multiplied to many others. May every mistake or hurt be transformed into something beautiful.
Today, we bring our matric students before you.
elkeen so uniek gevorm,
full of purpose and promise.
Bless them with courage as they face new circumstances, understanding as they navigate new journeys, protection in the choices they make, grace,
genade,
isipho,
to walk free from worry, and peace,
vrede,
to flood their hearts and minds as new seasons emerge.
May their paths be illuminated by your light, home, and love, and may their footprints leave joy and kindness.
Mag die Here julle seën en beskerm.
Wanga, uThixo woxolo, angayikhuselela indlela yenu. Kube Xhosa, ubele.
Well, it remains for me to say a final few words today, and I think we can't but be moved in terms of what we've seen today. And I think very genuinely, some real relationships are developed over time here, and that's been seen today. And as such, it really means a lot to us to say farewell. And it is a very bittersweet moment. On the one hand, to see our students leaving, they've become so much part and parcel of us, but at the same time knowing that they are ready for a whole wider world and solid foundations for that. I just want to say to you finally, all the best for these exams coming up. We know that you really are well prepared. You've worked diligently, you've worked really determinedly, and we know that you are going to do well. You've been helped by your teachers, guided along the way in so many ways, and at the end of the day, just keep your head down, and we know that you will reach those goals that you've set for yourselves. So just know that in the next few weeks ahead, we are all there behind you, 100% supporting you in those exams coming up. And then I do want to say to each and every one of you here, we know that you all have your individual strengths and talents and will make a real difference in society. You all have the opportunity to make a real impact in the world, and we really believe that. We really believe the foundations are so strong for you that have been set. You are, assured, as I said, broad-minded, really, culturally sensitive, appreciative people who appreciate, diversity and cultural difference and really value that. And I really think you have all the various real skills, to enter society and make such a difference. And we really look forward to seeing the progress that you make in society, in your studies, in your careers, and know that you really will be impacting each and every one of you, that broader society. Please come back. We love to see you, visit the school, and we look forward to those times as well. All right, and on that note, knowing that each of you are going to do well in these exams, we really wish you the very, very best. That does bring us to the end of our proceedings. We've got quite a wind to contend with, this cold front coming through, but we are going to set up a guard of honor. I think the students know exactly where to go. We'll ask the parents to finish off at the steps here. We're going to go out the back and right through the college and back into the foyer here. So the parents, when you're ready, can make your way to the steps and the art room, sort of that area. There is a tea that staff and parents are invited to. Please get your drinks and you're welcome to come into the hall. I think it is quite windy out there. But a big thank you for being here in your attendance, and we'll finish off with a guard of honor to our matrics. Thanks everyone for being here. Thank you.
How I do let go of a prayer for you, just a sweet word. The table is prepared for you. Wishing you Godspeed, glory. There will be mountains you won't move.
All right, I think we're ready for the matrics. If you'll just go out the side door at the back and make your way down the Goda Wada. Thanks everyone.
I'll always be there for you. How I do. I let go of my claim on you. It's a free world. You look down on where you came from. Sometimes until it's time. It's till it's time we die. I'll always love you until the time we die.